Ah, here's a favourite of mine. And you have to be careful because there's more than one variation to this question, and the answers are not completely the same, even though the questions look similar. But here we go. Which one is grammatically correct, me or I? And the questioner goes on to give a question and answer example. So the question is this: who is going to the beach? And they've given two possible answers. Answer number one. Is the answer me, Scott, and Sam? Or is the answer Sam, Scott, and I? A lot of folks have pointed out that what they usually say is me, Scott, and Scott, and Sam. And the reason why they say the one with me is because they say it sounds more natural, it seems to be what most people say, it seems to be what they say automatically. And this is why the question is so weird, because when people stop to think about it, for some reason, they think the answer should be something else. Most people would use me, him, and her, or him, her, and me if they were pointing to the people concerned, and that's one of the reasons why me is correct and I is wrong. Hear me out. The other reason is that me, Scott, and Sam is actually what most English speaking people say, which, folks, is what makes it correct. If you said to most people, which of you folks is going to the beach? Please answer using a complete sentence with at least a subject and a verb. Well then, yeah. If you do that, most people would reply with something like, I am, he is. But think, if you said to someone, point out the people who are going to the beach, what would they say when they were pointing? They'd say him, her, and her. Not he, she, and she. Him and her are object pronouns, as is me. Hence, if you answer without the verb, you answer as if the people being referred to are considered the object of the answer's inquiry. So, if you answer without the verb, you answer as if the people referred to are considered the object of the asker's inquiry, and therefore you use object pronouns. If you refer to them by name, it's consistent to use an object pronoun with yourself. Imagine you're pointing at Scott and you're pointing at Sam as you speak, and you're tapping yourself on the chest as you refer to yourself. Scott, Sam, and me, you would say, correctly. Language is not rational or logical. And English is also extremely inconsistent. So the best way to navigate these particular shoals is to use whatever you hear most used by others, and what sounds the most natural to you. Now, this question, as I said at the beginning, is often mixed up with another question about I or me, the question of comparisons. So here is the related question. You're far worse than her, or is it she? Grammatically, which is the right option? In comparisons, the usage is a lot more regular than it is in those question and answer situations I looked at just before. So, it's much more easily dealt with, and there is a general rule which can be inferred and then applied, which is nice. Normal usage, by which we mean the way that the vast majority of English-speaking people speak. Normal usage, by which we mean the way in which the vast majority of English-speaking people speak and write in English, is as follows. In a comparison, when the object of the comparison is a personal pronoun without a verb, the object pronoun is used. However, when a verb is included, the subject pronoun is used. So, you're far worse than her, but you're far worse than she is. Here endeth the Q&A for the moment. I've got loads more. Normal usage, by which we mean the way that the vast majority of English-speaking people speak. Normal usage, by which we mean the way in which the vast majority of English-speaking people speak and write in English is. Here endeth the Q&A for the moment. I've got loads more.